Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me? We back in the house, boy. I got one for y'all today. Man, look. I was trying to wait till some of these deals were solidified because it's free agency, right? Anything can happen in free agency. Guys can backtrack, renege on deals, and all that there. So I was trying to make sure that the guys we got is the guys we got. And then I would go ahead and put the video out saying, hey, y'all, this who we got. This who we rolling with for now. All right, more moves will be made. And so on and so forth. All right, so that's why the video is coming out later than it could. Plus, I got way more. I'm not making 100 videos on each player, right? So I got 15, 16 guys that we're going to go over right now, all in one shot. And then, boom, that's it. You get my authentic feelings on each person. We'll go person to person. Some of them be a little longer than others. And then I'll get you on out of here. First and foremost, breaking news. We just signed Berrios to a 1-year deal. Okay? He's coming back. So probably not going to have Hunter Renfrow. All right? A rumor is that some fans want Michael Thomas to come. Can't guard Mike. Twitter handle. All right? X handle or whatever. Ocho has been recruiting as well. And it seems like Michael Thomas wouldn't mind coming to us. All right? That's Keyshawn Johnson's nephew. Was a beast for a few years before the injuries piled up on him. All right? So it's a guy that we could end up having interest in if he's healthy. And, you know, he could be that big wide receiver that we're missing. Could play the slot. Got great footwork. Never the fastest guy, but we don't need a fast guy. We need a good possession wide receiver with some height on him, and that's what Michael Thomas brings. So you never know, all right? Maybe we can get Mike Thomas in the house, and that'd be a great pickup. We did get some good guys, though, that we're going to go over, all right? But Berrios just happened, so I'm going to go ahead and let you know that one first. Let you know about the rumor on Mike Thomas, and now let's go over all the other picks that we had overall, right? So we picked up Savon Ahmed, brought him back on the squad, all right? Can't body. Jody Fortson. We'll talk about Jody Fortson real quick. This guy came from the Kansas City Chiefs, was over there for a few years. Got a little bit of speed to him. He's an okay receiving threat. Not a guy that you're going to rely on a lot. But, I mean, maybe his role expands a little bit. Not much of a blocker. Him and the other tight end we got in Jonnu Smith, they're not blocking guys. All right? They're guys that are going to catch the ball and stretch the defense, which is what you want. Fortson especially should help in the red zone. And Jonnu should help in the red zone as well. He's 6'1". So, and Jonnu's got plenty of speed, plenty of yak. Okay, so Jonnu is one of those guys for sure that we'll be able to rely on. And Fortson maybe can get in there. All right, mind you, we already have Julian Hill as well, who's coming back, and they're really big on him, and we'll see if he can make that next jump. So we've got some guys at tight end now, a little bit of depth at tight end now. Not too worried about tight end too much. And, of course, Durham Smythe can make a next step as well and get a little better. And we already know blocking-wise, he's solid. Julian Hill, solid blocking. All right, so we got those guys there. We're good when it comes to that. All right. Then next, let's talk about Robert Jones. I already talked about Jonnu Smith. Robert Jones, right? He's coming back on a 1-year deal as well, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got a guard / center, all right? Aaron Brewer. Now, or Aaron Brewer, I think is how you pronounce his first name, is Aaron rather than Aaron. Some people are saying they don't know about this one because he's just an athletic freak who can't block worth crap in the pass game. And some people are saying wait and see. I'm part of the wait and see team, right? Yes, PFF graded him pretty bad against the pass, and there's merit to that, right? He's led up a lot of sacks, and he's raw when it comes to the pass game. Not sure who was coaching him up, but Butch Berry done turned a lot of trash into treasure. All right, let's just call it what it is. So let's hope we can do that again, because that's what we're going to need. All right, we're going to need him to run that back. Turn him into a formidable passing threat. That's all we're asking for. That's all we need. Turn that man into a formidable passing threat, please. All right, if he could do that, we solid. We good. All right, we ain't got no issues. No issues whatsoever if he can get that done. All right, let's see here. When it comes to him, Brewer, great against the run. Excellent against the run. The guy can get downfield 20 yards, 30 yards, and block a safety. You think that's easy? Okay? I heard some people talking about, oh, that's all he could do. You know how hard it is to track a way faster guy than you downfield? That's not easy. All right? And it's a lot of dog mentality to say I'm running 20, 30 yards downfield to track a body to help my team score. We can't take that lightly. We can't do that, all right? So with that being said, I'm happy about this pickup. We got him for a while. We'll see how he shapes out. Hopefully Butch Berry can bring that pass blocking out of him and make him a little bit better. Looks like Eichenberg is going to be around as well at guard, maybe, or center. I don't know, because we don't know exactly what Brewer's going to play. And then maybe, Carter comes back later and he signs a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal and plays guard or center. And then we have a decent line. All right, we can get by. We can get by with that kind of line, especially if we can bring back an Isaiah Wynn who got hurt as well. So we got some options to bring back some depth on the offensive line. It ain't going to be Robert Hunt, but hey, we can try to make it work, okay? Neville Gallimore, all right? He's coming over from the Cowboys. He's a body. We need some bodies at defensive tackle because we lost a really big defensive tackle in Christian Wilkins. So, yeah, we got him coming in, and then we'll see what happens, how he's able to make the team. But this is another thing, all right? We also brought back Benito Jones. We also brought back, supposedly, Deshaun Hand. We're bringing in a lot of defensive line. They're not name guys. They're just guys. But same thing as Butch Berry. Anthony Weaver, his niche, defensive line. Defensive tackle specifically. All right? He's made those guys. He's made them. Okay? That's what he does. He turns the regular dudes into upper echelon dudes at defensive tackle. So there's no reason to go get a Christian Wilkins in free agency. Now, if you could have brought Christian Wilkins back, okay, but there's no reason to go get one of those type of guys, like an Eric Armstead, who I wanted, all right, who ended up signing with somebody else. You can bring in Neville Gallimore or some of these other guys I'm going to mention in a second here, and then hopefully turn one of those guys into something, a Benito Jones, a Deshaun Hand, and one of those guys can maybe step up and be like a Christian Wilkins for you. Maybe not to the same level, but formidable, right? A guy that does his job. Benito Jones, for example, some people are saying, why did we bring him back? He was trash. You got to have a defensive tackle in this type of scheme if they're running a 3-4. All right, you're going to need a defensive tackle. Now, I'm sure they're going to be multiple, but you're going to need a defensive tackle type, nose tackle type. You're going to need that. He's a nose tackle type. All right, big body, Just put him in there, and he's gonna take up two guys. He gonna eat up two blocks, right? That's what you need him for, so that your running. I'm not your running backs. Your linebackers can roam free to make the plays in the backfield. All right, that's what he does. That's who he is. Nose tackle type. You're gonna need it. All right. So we got him as well. Jonathan Harris, that's another one. All right. Brought him in. He's going to compete as well in the defensive tackle position and maybe make a run at starter. We don't know. We also got Shaquille Barrett. That's another guy we got. Outside linebacker, pass rush specialist. Now, he's a little older now. He ain't who he once was. But he's still a veteran guy. We need veteran leadership. He's one of those guys that's going to help do that. He can still play a little bit. And, of course, I'm sure he's trying to prove others wrong. Like when you bring in a Melvin Ingram a few years ago, and he was trying to prove guys aren't, and he played well. Maybe he can give us the same type of success for 1 year. That's all we're going to need it for, right? He signed a 1-year deal, I believe it was, up to $9 million. Hopefully he can play well while Phillips and Chubb get right, and then give us some Andrew Van Ginkel type numbers, and then we'll be okay. We'll be solid with that. I'm cool with that. Jordan Brooks, all right, we signed him as well. One of the big names that we signed, all right, on the team, linebacker, inside linebacker. We're going to be able to use him opposite Long to help us fortify the run defense, because the run defense is going to be a key for us on this defense, all right? We got to be able to stop the run. Buffalo, doggone Ravens, who I think we play again this year, with Derrick Henry. Like, we got to be able to stop the run. Jordan better be able to help us do that. Now, good buddy of mine is a Seahawks fan. I asked him some questions regarding Brooks. He said he was sad to see Brooks go. Brooks is a ball hawk type guy, in his opinion, okay? Guy that gets after the football and is a great tackler, right? He's not a great linebacker, but also he was playing behind a guy named Bobby Wagner. So, I mean, when you're playing behind a guy named Bobby Wagner, well, at least last year and then save a year and then the years prior to that, you're going to get outshined, okay? Because Bobby Wagner is going to be making all the plays. So, we'll see if he's learned something from Bobby Wagner, if he can take that next step, all right? Because you're going into free agency sometimes to find stars, but also sometimes to find potential, right? You're looking at the potential, and you're saying, hey, I see something here that we can probably make a star out of, right? We're not going to always get guys that are just stars and they come in and then we're off and running, right? Sometimes you're projecting, and sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes you're right. That's why we got to give this thing time, right? We can't just assume because PFF says that they're number 134 out of 136 that they're going to be trash with the Dolphins, right? We can't do that. We can't assume that they're also going to be good just because we have good coaching, right? That doesn't mean that either. But what it does mean is that we need to wait and see what happens. Because some of these guys are going to turn out to be better than we thought, and some of them are going to just be as trash as we thought or worse than we thought, right? We wait and see. We see what happens. We see how they take the coaching, how they take to our style, how they take to the defense and the players around them. And then we see what's made of the acquisitions that we have on our team for this year, all right? Let's not assume that they're going to be trash or that they're going to be good just because. All right? Let's not do that. All right? Let's not do that. Now, sometimes you can have a guy like Tyreek Hill come in and you're like, he's going to be good, right? Yeah, I mean, it's Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill was going to be good no matter who was throwing him the football, right? It didn't matter. If he went to the Jets instead of the Dolphins, Zach Wilson would probably still be the quarterback over there because he's going to make him look good. Plain and simple, because it's Tyreek Hill. You got guys that come in like that, and then you have other guys like Jordan Brooks who you have to wait and see on. Okay? Just wanted to put that out there because there's been a lot of that in the Dolphins community of us just saying that I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And I understand we have the right not to like something, but we're not even giving guys a chance before we get to see at least OTA's mini camp, to see what these guys got. Because where they were before doesn't necessarily mean the production they put out before is going to be the same when they're in a new place, right? New coaches, new scheme, new everything. All right? Keep an open mind. Another guy we got, linebacker, Anthony Walker, coming over from the Cleveland Browns. Supposedly decent, but he's been injured. So we'll see. Once again, with these injury-prone guys, they tend to be injury-prone, right? When we pick up an injury-prone guy, he tends to get injured in Miami. Now, I don't know what Miami weather got going on where we bring in the injury-prone guys and they can't turn over a new leaf, but we could probably expect him to be injured too, right? Now, we're hoping, we're praying that's not the case. But for whatever reason, bad luck in Miami with injury-prone guys. I'd rather not even get those type of guys. But once again, it's free agency. You're projecting. You're taking chances. They're taking a chance on this guy. Because if he's not injured, then he should, hopefully, if he takes to the scheme and everything like that goes well, be one of the guys we can count on for some snaps, for some impactful snaps. Kendall Fuller, all right? Big name signing at cornerback for us. He's going to be a formidable guy that we're going to be able to rely on the outside. Now, he's not the fastest guy, all right? So he's going to rely on technique to keep the wide receiver in front of him because he's going to need to do that, all right? Because we don't need no problems on the other side of Ramsey. We know Ramsey's going to take care of his side. We need Fuller to take care of his side. That's what he was brought in to do. 3 years, $18 million, if I'm not mistaken. $16 million, sorry. No. 2 years, not 3 years. 2 years, 16.5. All right, so he's going to be getting, I don't know what the guaranteed is, but maybe it's a 1 year deal, fully guaranteed. So I don't know, but hopefully he can continue to play as he's been playing. He's been a solid corner in the leagues, got some good interceptions in his career. Let's hope that the press, bump and run style, physical style suits him, and then we're off and running. Hopefully that's a slam dunk pick. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we also get another corner somewhere too, because I don't know. All right, now I'm not saying Cam Smith's going to be trash or nothing like that, because we don't know. Once again, based on what I just said earlier, right? We don't know. Cam Smith could actually turn out to be really good, and then we have 3 good guys that we can count on, and then maybe even Kohu can turn the table from last year. We don't know, right? We'll see what happens with that stuff, but I still would like to bring in another veteran corner, not named Eli Apple. Jordan Poyer, that's another pickup we have. It's not official yet, but we're going to assume that it's one of the ones that we were able to capitalize on in getting him. Right now, I know some people are saying he's old. Some people are saying that he sucked against the pass last year. None of that I care about. It's Jordan Poyer. I'm happy he's here. Veteran leadership. He should be able to play well with Javon Holland back there. Interchangeable. He could play the deep. Javon could play the deep. He could play in the box. Javon could play in the box. We can switch up the looks that way. I still think he has something in the tank. He wanted to be here last year. We couldn't make it happen. We got him this year. And he mentioned playing Buffalo twice. So there's something there. All right? He seems like he has a chip on his shoulder. He's a dog. I want him on my team. Yes, I understand that he's older, but I still think that he should have something to give on this defense. And hopefully we also get another guy. I know we also did bring Elijah Campbell back as well, all right, who I like, special teams guy. So we'll see how that works out as well. Siran Neal, that's another guy we brought in from Buffalo. Safety cornerback type, but he's primarily a special teams guy. He's going to be one of our special team aces. That's what he's really good for, so I'm happy about that. And then we also brought back Jake Bailey. Same coaching. He ain't going to be good. Why did we bring him back? All right? It's not like he came from somewhere else Well, kickers, they're different anyway because a kicker is just a kicker. Like, I don't know how much better, and because it's about consistency. Sometimes he's booting 50s and sometimes he's booting 30s. That's technique and consistency. Maybe they can work it out. I doubt it. I don't like it. Wish we would have got somebody else. And I think we signed him to a 2-year deal at that. Dumb, stupid, in my opinion. I don't like that at all. But we got him. All right? So I just ran through a whole list of guys that we picked up. I'm sure there's more to come. We got Berrios. Hopefully we can get another big body wide receiver, an actual wide receiver, not a tight end masquerading as one, in Jonnu Smith. And hopefully we can pick up another running back. Savon Ahmed is cool, but I would like to pick up maybe a Dalvin Cook or something and let him eat on this type of offensive line, run scheme thing that we got going on rather than what he had going on with the Jets, which wasn't good enough. All right? I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. This was the recap of all of the free agent pickups that we've had so far. Hopefully Greer is still in his bag deep in there because I'm waiting for a little splash name that we ain't seen yet or heard about yet that should shock us, right? And maybe that comes, maybe that doesn't come. But either way, we are putting this team back together after losing all those guys that we lost, that I went on a beautiful diatribe about in my last video. And I even sang a little song for y'all. So if y'all missed that one, please go back and watch that. Because at the very beginning, I sang a little song. My rendition of It's So Hard to Say Goodbye. And, you know, it was pretty good. It was pretty good for my standards. All right. But I'll holler at y'all. Love y'all. I'm out.